switch from good to great at this point. Not this year anyway.
Now, New York starting five. Mikal Bridges is out there with Jalen Brunson. Then it's Karl Anthony Towns. Then it's Josh Hart. And it's Anunoby in at the three. And for the Warriors,
here we go.
The combo up front is Draymond in post. Moody is out there with Steph Curry. And it's Butler in at the three slot. And this is a tough time of the season, Grant. A few months in with a few months to go.
Yeah, B.A. You know, for the players, this is when they start to feel the grind of the regular season. A lot of the guys are dealing with nagging fatigue or mental weariness.
Now here's Butler. Pass to Curry. Outside Moody. Back to Curry. And here's Post. Here's the pick. Just 5 on the clock. Curry's shot is off. And here's Bridges. He'll bring it up for the Knicks. This game coming after the loss versus the Kings.
They hit a couple big shots, but overall, there was a lack of consistency. Just not their night at the offensive end.
And you know what? If you're not going to outwork your opposition, then you typically are going to get outplayed.
Curry's shot is off. And the Knicks with possession. Outside Hart. Pass to Brunson. Jacks up a three. And rebound by Post.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
Here's Anunoby. Back to Hart. Now Brunson. Launches it. Hits a three-pointer.
If Brunson gets space from beyond the arc, expect him to let it fly. He's extremely confident in his abilities.
In the summer of 24, Jalen Brunson signed a contract extension, famously signing for less than his max club.
Yeah, you know, B.A., it was a calculated move by Brunson because he wanted the team to have room to add additional players. If you ask me, that's the kind of winning, selfless attitude you want from the guy who's your franchise player.
Here's Brunson, following the score by Golden State. Pass to Towns. Off target with the three. The Warriors have gone 1 for 3 so far. Outside, Green. Back to Curry from deep three-point land. And Anunoby pulls it down. The Knicks have gone 2 for 5 here in the first. Towns. And it's powered home by Towns.
Boy, look at the big fella elevating when Towns goes to the rim. He's doing it on and with purpose.
Back to Curry. This one for 3. Sinks the tray.
That's got to be a relief. After 3 straight misses, he finally gets one to go.
Brunson passes to Towns. Outside Brunson. Pass to Towns from outside the arc. It's rebounded by Golden State. Now here's Curry. Outside, Green. From behind the arc. And it's rebounded by Karl Anthony Towns. Here's Anunoby. Back to Bridges. And it's off from three-point range. The Warriors trailing. The kick out, Curry. And a great assist by Butler as that one goes. Curry's got 6 points.
It looks easy, effortless. Curry, natural from long range.
Pass to Brunson. Kicks it out to Anunoby. The Knicks keep it alive. And the basket by Towns.
He is on one right now, getting to his spots and executing.
Outside Butler. Back to Curry. Beyond the arc. And the Warriors with another 3.
This is exactly the kind of unique range that Curry has. I mean, as soon as he crosses half court, you got to get up on it.
And so Mike Brown decides to call a timeout. He's going to take a moment to give him a breather and talk things over. Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thank you, Brian. Teammates Josh Hart may call Jalen Brunson the king of New York, but Brunson says, I would never consider myself a face of the franchise, but I'm a leader of this team. That's what I want to do, and I am grateful for the opportunity. I don't take this for granted. Back to you, Brian.
Staying humble. Allie, thanks very much for the report. Catching up on the changes for New York. Mitchell Robinson, he's checked in for Karl Anthony Towns. And Clarkson subbed in for Hart.
Probably should have scored there. He usually does.
Green finds Hield. There's a screen. Back to Podziemski. Offline with a three. New York trailing. And Grant, Stephen Curry said his goal was to play meaningful basketball games. With the arrival of Jimmy Butler, that proved to be the case.
Yeah, the Warriors have been looking to get Steph some help. The fit with Jimmy was questioned, but it's worked out better than most people expected.
Now here's Brunson. He's putting up some terrific numbers, over 28 a game.
That's a decent look for him. He just couldn't convert.
Right side, Podziemski. Pass to Green. Clarkson grabs a miss. New York shooting 33% in the first quarter. Now Brunson. And here's Anunoby. Clarkson for three. He drops it from range.
Trading the lead back and forth, neither side is willing to back down.
Yeah, and the lead has changed hands, and it just hasn't stayed in those hands very long when it's changed. Back and forth we go.
And Steve Kerr wants a timeout. I think right now he might be looking at some adjustments. Jonathan Kuminga, he's checked in for the Warriors. Butler comes in for Stephen Curry. New York also changing it up. Karl Anthony Towns is checked in for Anunoby. McBride comes in for Bridges. Kolek comes in for Brunson. .56 seconds left in the opening quarter. Pass to Podziemski. Now here's Butler. He had 16 in the win against Portland. And here's Kuminga for three. And again, no good by Golden State. The Knicks with the lead. McBride passes to Clarkson. Towns. Great positioning on the putback.
And so far, they've had the advantage on the boards.
Yeah, nothing major, not a huge advantage, but certainly a good sign for them going forward.
Now here's Butler. No points yet. Out to Horford. Fires the three. It's rebounded by McBride. Pass to Clarkson. With one on the clock. Oh, no good on the last second attempt there. Well, a good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. It's the Knicks. They're up by 3. Let's take a quick break, and then it's on to the second quarter after this. And some good action in the books as we get back to a game that's been pretty close so far here. All right, guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for New York?
Ever since this game started, they've been attacking on the inside, looking for ways to bust up the defense and get high percentage looks.
Cultivating a lot of assists right now, which is beautiful to see. Love the way they're working that ball around.
Hield and Butler, they're the 2 and the 3. Al Horford out there with Jonathan Kuminga. And it's Podziemski in at the 1. So that's the group out there for Golden State. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Kolek. Misses off the left iron. And for the Warriors, they're shooting just 38% for this game so far. Well, when you think about all the miles Jimmy Butler has on his legs now, how many more does he have left, Grant?
Well, he's been shouldering the load for a long time. But what separates him from the pack is his sheer will and his IQ. So he might just surprise us a little.
And New York has possession. After the Warriors picking up a basket just a moment ago. 5 to shoot. The shot by Towns, no good. And it's Butler with the ball for Golden State. They haven't allowed any points in the second quarter. Out to Horford from the arc. That one is off. And New York shooting only 33%. Not exactly consistent offense. Ooh, took him no time at all to get that one. McBride's gotten himself going with a triple. His first basket of the game. Pass to Horford. Quarter 2 and about 2 minutes in. Here's Butler. Ooh, they pick off the pass. To the inside. Here's McBride. 2 shots, 2 makes. Off to a good start.
Good execution. They're getting some short-range looks here.
And Steve Kerr wants a timeout. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. Coming off a win against the Blazers.
Oh, man, they were in total control, really doing anything they wanted. It was that level of dominance.
And, you know, everything seemed to just kind of flow naturally for them. Felt like they were in a groove from the opening tip.
And some changes here for the Warriors. Green's checked in for Horford, and it's Stephen Curry in for Hield. New York also changing it up. OG Anunoby's checked in for Clarkson. Mikal Bridges comes in for McBride, and Brunson is subbed in for Kolek. Now here's Butler. Still no points. And here's Curry for 3. Good, and Butler gets the assist. Butler's got 6 assists here tonight. Here in quarter 2, we've played a little over 2.5 minutes now. Bridges outside. Pass to Towns. Puts it up. Misses the jumper. Golden State has gone 2 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the second. Here's Curry. Ooh, Robinson with a block.
We know Robinson is an elite rim protector. So, yeah, you might want to try that move on somebody else.
Bridges passes to Towns. Outside Brunson. Anunoby for 3. Hits the trifecta. Anunoby's gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball.
His three-point shot looks so pure. The defense allowing him to get comfortable out there.
Back to Curry. All right, guys, we're lucky to have Shams Charania joining us now. Our 2K insider calling into the story. What do you got, Shams?
Well, guys, a lot of excitement about this upcoming 2026 draft class, but quietly, some scouts voicing early concern about the quality of prospects in the class of 27. Now, there's still time for players to emerge, but expect this to impact the way teams value those picks.
Something to keep an eye on, no doubt. Shams, thank you for the report.
Once that shot goes up, Robinson is doing his work well before that. He wants to get that miss if it happens.
Towns against Kuminga. The 3 from Curry. Oh, Curry stretching the limits. Wow, what a shot.
He's been dropping them in from downtown since the tip. 3 triples in the first quarter, 2 more since.
Towns for 3, and that basket makes him 5 for 10. Steady production so far.
You know, looking at Towns, you really don't expect that kind of range. You better think again, though.
Curry with it, and Bridges picks him up defensively. Here's Butler, and Anunoby pulls it down. New York leading by 3. Pass to Brunson. Here's Bridges, and it's out of bounds. Last touch by Bridges. And now a chance to see who's leading the NBA in steals. 5th is OG Anunoby.
And he's such a plus defensively for his team. Those steal numbers scare opponents and lead to fast break buckets.
And some changes here for the Warriors. Jackson Davis comes in for Kuminga, and Moody is subbed in for Butler. And a switch here also for New York. Josh Hart's checked in for Towns. Outside Pajemski. Curry, a screen on Bridges. Back to Curry. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws. Jalen Brunson picks one up.
You got to be careful how you guard Curry. Because he's so skilled with the ball and as a shooter, he's able to figure out ways to draw fouls.
Shooting 2.
And And that one falls for Curry. No doubt, Stephen Curry is the best shooter of all time. Talk about what makes him special, Grant.
Well, B.A., he can hit shots under the most difficult circumstances, off balance, with only a sliver of daylight. And this is why teams often choose to double him the moment he crosses half court.
Al Horford's checked in for the Warriors. Hield comes in for Kajimski.
When you send somebody like him to the line, it's pretty much easy money.
And so Mike Brown decides to call a timeout. And we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust. All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Thanks, Brian. Well, this Knicks team has grit. Jalen Brunson said, quote, no matter what the situation is, we are going to attack it. No matter who's in front of us, we are going to grind. Back to you.
No quit. All right, Allie, thanks a lot. Now here's Bridges. He's scoreless. Pass to Brunson. Banging his way through. Jalen Brunson.
I love the low simmer fire that Brunson plays with. He seems never to be out of control or over emotional. And when he goes inside, he's prepared to fight.
Curry, that's good.
Well, I love what he's done in this first half, at least so far. Increasing confidence every time down the floor. You can see it.
And so it's Brunson with it. He brings it up for the New York Knicks. Bridges feeling it out a little bit. And it's Brunson missing.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
Pass to Moody. Outside, Green. Fires for three. And it's New York with a rebound.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. He just missed it.
Anunoby can't get it to go. Golden State has gone 4 of 6 from outside. Looking sharp here in the second. Outside Curry. Over Brunson. Curry gets the bucket. Curry's got 24.
This first half has been all him. He's getting to his spots and going to work.
And so a close game as we wrap up the first half of play. The Warriors on top, up 2. Well, now a minute to check in with Allie LaForce. She's courtside. Hey, Allie.
I'm here with Coach Kerr. And Steve, what's your assessment of that first half of play and any changes in mind?
Well, we'll see. We have to adjust during the game if we see something that's hurting us. But I thought the defense was pretty solid overall. We'll see how it goes from here.
Okay, more of the same. Thanks, Coach.
All right, good stuff, Allie. And we'll get back to the action at the start of the third quarter.
Thanks for tuning in. Did you miss us? Before we discuss the game at hand, let's first check out the upcoming schedule.
Not sure any run of games feel comfortable, but this might be as close as you can get. They're at home against teams that they can clearly beat. This is a great opportunity for them to stack up some W's.
Now let's get back to the game at hand. Stephen Curry has his fingerprints all over that first half.
He's in the mood offensively, carving up the defense like Kenny carves up that tofurkey on Thanksgiving.
Tofurkey.
Yeah, that's like tofu and turkey mixed together. I can't lie. I get into that.
Glad you could join us. Brian Anderson and crew are ready to take it away for the start of the third quarter.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. Stephen Curry having a dominant impact in this game.
You just love his patience offensively in the first half. Waited until he got the looks he wanted.
Well, you know what, guys? It was all about efficient offense, not rushing things, taking your time, finding the best shot on every possession.
Golden State has got 7 of their 16 three-point attempts to go in. Clark, 51 wins for the New York Knicks last season. Their best finish in over a decade.
Yeah, and they got that done despite significant turnover on their roster, BA, making it even more impressive. And as they gel, the question is, can this team take the next step and contend for a title? I think they're certainly capable.
So on the floor for New York, they've got Josh Hart. Jalen Brunson is out there with Mikal Bridges. Then it's Karl Anthony Towns, and it's Anunoby in at the 3, small forward. Now here's Hart. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet.
Ooh, that's a tough break. After poor communication defensively, it leaves him all by himself.
And here's Butler outside. And it's Butler knocking down the 3.
Shooting with great confidence, Butler fires immediately off the catch.
Curry against Brunson. Pass to Towns from 18 feet away. No good that time. The Warriors have gone just 1 of 3 in the second half. Butler passes to Green. Now here's Moody. Back to Curry. 4-3. And it's New York with a rebound. Towns has got 6 rebounds here tonight.
1 for 4 in the second half. Just trying to get into a rhythm. Aggressive mindset, but the defender just as determined to send him away empty-handed.
Here's Moody. No good with the elbow jumper.
Just 1 bucket in 5 attempts so far this half. They are looking for a spark offensively.
Here's Brunson. Buries the jump shot. Brunson's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Not the best of shot selection there, but you know what? You do not look a gift horse in the mouth.
Back to Moody. Pass to Curry for 3. 4-3, Stephen Curry.
This is what they were hoping to get from him tonight. Solid performance.
And so Mike Brown decides to call a timeout. Coach probably just checking to make sure everybody's on the same page here. Pajimski's checked in for the Warriors. Knicks trail by 3. Brunson surveys. Here's Towns. Rebounded by Green. Green's got a rebound number 5 here tonight. Outside Curry. Shot clock at 6. And it's New York with a rebound. Hart's got his 4th rebound in this one.
He's giving his all, but you can't force yourself back on track.
Here's Towns. And Anunoby for 3. And the Knicks miss again. The Warriors lead by 3. Outside Curry. Butler, a screen on Brunson. The 3. Another 3 for Golden State.
Man, they're having a hard time defending the triple. That's 3 in a row.
I think they're playing too soft on the perimeter. They can't stay so soft. They've got to get up into the shooters here.
Now here's Hart. Still without a bucket. And here's Brunson. Back to Hart. Pass to Anunoby. 3-pointer. It's not going to go for him.
Well, he's kind of deflating their chances, and I know he really wants to help the team, but this is not the way to go about it.
Knicks trail by 6. It's hard to find a more impactful player in a complementary role than OG Anunoby.
Yeah, you're speaking facts right there. He's a switchable defender. Offensively, he's at his best spotting up, and he can attack in transition effectively. I mean, I think he's the kind of player that not only does every team want, he's the kind of guy that every team needs.
Here's Curry after the basket by New York on the other end. Pass to Pajimski. On the wing, Curry. Brunson defending. Baseline jumper. Curry gets the bucket. Curry's got 32 points in the game.
He's carried much of the scoring load tonight, and with the win in reach, don't expect him to let up.
And so Mike Brown decides to call a timeout. He's going to take a minute to regroup with his players. Man, it's been quite a game for Stephen Curry.
He's getting loose and doing work. They want to talk this over and find some answers.
Horford, he's checked in for the Warriors. Heald comes in for Moody. New York also changing it up. Mitchell Robinson, he's checked in for Towns. And Jordan Clarkson subbed in for Hart. Anunoby finds Clarkson. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line.
Really a good free throw shooter. You'd like to see Clarkson get to the line even more because of that.
And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Warriors.
Well, you love their unselfish play. Keeping that ball moving, good shot to great. That's winning basketball.
How great have they been? I mean, shooting the ball from outside the arc, they have absolutely been lights out.
And he knocks down the first one. Good on the second, so he makes them both. There's a minute 54 left to play in the third quarter of basketball. Pass to Heald. Back to Curry. Clock at 6. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. Jalen Brunson picks one up.
And Curry's really a master at drawing contact. The defense has to be careful when defending him.
The first free throw is good. Well, you look at how the Knicks built this team, Clark. Some astute all-in trades.
Yeah, you know, New York spent years, B.A., building their draft assets. They cashed them in on some all-star level guys, and we're seeing the fruit of that kind of work.
Kuminga, he's checked in for the Warriors. New York also changing it up. Yabusele, he's checked in for Anunoby. McBride comes in for Bridges. Kolek comes in for Jalen Brunson.
Boy, how consistently good Steph's been over the course of his career. Really remarkable. What a teammate, what a leader, what a player.
New York working the ball around now. Here's Kolek. Off target from outside. The Warriors lead by 6. Down low. Outside Pajemski. Pass to Curry. Oh, Curry, a magician inside.
You know, in that first half, a lot more three-point shooting. Since then, though, they've dialed it back.
Here's Kolek. He's covered by Curry. And Kolek gets it to go.
That lack of defensive intensity is not going to stop a player of his caliber from scoring.
Here's Curry. He's got 36 points. The shot by Pajemski, no good.
It's never easy from that distance, but we see him drill those and shoot around all the time.
Well, that looked to me, guys, like a heat check, and was maybe a step out of his range.
Clarkson to the wing, right side. And Kolek gets it to go. Kolek's got 5 points now in the quarter. Outside Curry. Launches a 3. Unanswered 3 from Curry.
It's turned into a showdown here. Dueling from distance.
Looks to me like there could be something personal taking place here.
Stephen Curry getting it done for the Golden State Warriors. He's nearing the 40-point mark, just getting whatever shot he wants. More 2K action in just a moment. And while we have a chance, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, just shredding the defense with that feed. Zero chance to stop that.
Yeah, that's just a brilliant read of the defense. I mean, it was also excellent anticipation of the movement of his teammates before the pass. Just great harmony on all sides.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. Hield and Butler, they're the 2 and the 3. Kuminga is out there with Al Horford, and it's Podziemski in at the point. That's the Warriors 5.
One shot.
The Warriors lead by 3. Podziemski with it. Pass to Butler. Just 5 to shoot. Oh, Butler, what a dunk!
Love the force and focus that Butler plays this game with. That was reflected in the finish.
To the middle. And it's powered home by Towns.
Most any coach loves points coming off assists.
And so it's Butler who brings up the ball for Golden State. 3-point lead. And there's another one for the Warriors.
Quick on the roll there. The speed of Butler makes him a problem for the defense.
We're just over a minute into this final quarter of play. Towns against Horford. Outside McBride. Puts up a 3. Horford pulls it in. The Warriors lead by 5. Pass to Podziemski. Here's Butler. He's covered by Clarkson. Outside heel. 3-pointer. It's rebounded by New York. Here's Kolek to the right side. Towns, right side. Towns in his comfort zone.
Towns can carry your offense in a way most guys can't. We've seen this movie before.
And Steve Kerr calls timeout, rallying his guys to make sure they all know the plan. So both teams changing it up here. A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
During that break, Coach Steve Kerr had some advice for the team. Well, Coach is thrilled with their three-point shooting, saying in the huddle, guys, let's keep it up. Continue to shoot it from deep. It's working. They've been on fire from distance so far.
Good job there, Allie. Thanks. And the basket by Curry.
Wow. What can you say?
Knicks trail by 6. If you're just joining us, fourth quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. Kicks it out, Towns. Takes a 3. It's rebounded by Golden State. Butler's got 5 rebounds tonight. Fade away. The rebound by Bridges.
He was wide open. That miss clearly on him.
Back to Brunson. Towns outside. Kicks it out to Anunoby. Fires the 3. Rebounded by Green. Green's got his 7th rebound here tonight. A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. Butler against Anunoby. Butler focused under pressure. Here's Anunoby. They've been having major problems offensively.
Definitely in a bit of a dry spell.
Pass to Towns. Outside McBride. Here's the 3. Offensive rebound. Cat playing big. Oh, my.
Throwing that weight around. Towns with 2 bonus points there.
The Warriors lead by 6. Green outside. He's guarded by Bridges. Outside Curry. It's good from beyond the arc.
They've had a hard time shutting down the three-point shot.
And they're not making up for it with their own shots from deep either, so that's a double-edged sword there.
And it's Mike Brown calling timeout here. He is not messing around, calling them into the huddle. Post checked in for the Warriors. Moody comes in for Hield. And a switch here also for New York. Hart's checked in. Knicks trail by 9. Brunson. With contact, Brunson gets it to go.
Now, he may only be 6'1", but Brunson plays much bigger than that. I mean, he plays with a physicality.
Now Curry, he launches. The triple drops.
This has been their game plan here in the final period. We'll see if it continues to work out.
You know what? Teams can get a little three-happy down the stretch sometimes, letting it fly.
And so Curry will bring it up for Golden State. 10-point lead. This is their biggest of the game. A minute 58 left in the fourth quarter here. New York has got nothing to fall from outside the arc here in the fourth. 0 for 4. Outside Anunoby. With the floater, Bridges. The three is in.
Bridges knew there was daylight, using his sleight of hand to get the bucket.
The Warriors lead by 7. Now Curry, Butler outside. Takes a three. Towns rips down the board. New York has gone 1 for 5 shooting from the arc here in the fourth. Brunson driving to the basket. What a finish. Jalen Brunson.
Just get the ball to Brunson. He is used to the bright lights and relishes producing when they're on.
Curry fires. That's all. Knicks trail by 5. Let's loose for 3. That misses.
Every possession counts for them right now. That's not going to get it done.
And an intentional foul right there. They've led by as much as 10. Here's Green. And now they decide to foul intentionally. Ooh, he doesn't hit the first. That was the one they really wanted. He's got one more, though. So neither attempt will fall that time for him. Bridges buries it from outside.
And talk about stepping up in a big way.
Well, that was 1-2. He wanted the ball. Nobody else was taking that shot.
Expect them to take their time this trip down.
Yeah, B.A., the clock is theirs to burn.
Butler knocks down the trifecta.
And they just continue to attack, even late in the game, while they're up big.
I don't think you want to get loose and sloppy or ease up, but it is time for them to start using that clock a bit.
Now a timeout called by New York. They trail by 5. Any speculation on what we're going to see coming out of this timeout?
No doubt. They've got to get a quick bucket here.
Yeah, and they need it hiccup fast. I mean, they'll be drawing up a quick hitter in the huddle here, no doubt.
Brunson cashes it in.
JB, Jalen Brunson, cold-blooded in the clutch. We've seen this movie many a time before.
Yeah, no choice but to foul in that situation. Although, that's not the guy you want to send to the free throw line.
But there was no time really to be selective. Stopping the clock was the priority.
free throw is good, and that gives him a 4-point cushion. So he gets them both, and it's a 5-point game.
That should about seal the deal, showing the killer instinct.
Old Green rips down the board, and they go to the intentional foul. So the first one drops, and that increases the lead to 6. Second one is good, getting both at the line, and it's a 7-point game. And so it's Golden State winning this one. Boy, they didn't make it easy on their fans or themselves, but at the end of the day, everyone on their side is happy.
Yeah, happy indeed. The momentum shifted away from them a few times, especially early on. But give these guys credit for sticking with the game plan and finishing the job.
And now we have Allie LaForce standing with the player of the game. Allie, take it away.
Thanks so much, Stephen. A big-time victory tonight. What aspect of this win pleases you the most?
It was a full team effort. Obviously, we look at the stat sheet, but the little things I'm talking about that we did to win the game tonight are huge. And that's when it's winning time, we showed up, and that means a lot.
It's got to feel good to see it come together. Thanks so much.
Allie, thank you as always. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Grant Hill, Clark Kellogg, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson, thanking you for watching. And now, time for our player of the game, Stephen Curry.